All right, everybody. Hey, what's up, work boy? So I know I have been. There's been some things going on in my normal job, so it's been kind of tough getting back up to here and getting things going. But I figured today we'd start a new build. So last week we did it was the hurricane. So it was let's see if I can bring it up here. It was this set from Mold King, and that was a pretty good set. Like I enjoyed the build of this. It was not too complicated. Stickers kind of very inexpensive. Um, it's kind of plated, so I think that'll fit into another build easily. But today I was debating between doing another Mold King or doing this Insoon. Now I've had this Insoon piece sitting on my table for a while, and I was like, you know what? Let's go through the first two bags, build one half. So this is let me kind of show it here. This is a detective agency. It is Bookends. And one side is a bookend that has the outside of the agency. The other bookend is the interior of it. And it's supposed to be Sherlock's, his detective agency. So they do come apart, so you can put books in between. Now, I don't know if I'm going to keep it that way once I'm done reviewing it and everything. I'll probably end up ripping it apart and building like a front, reversing this, and then building it where I could set it into a city that has a roof and everything. But I was like, you know what? There might be some good quality parts building with this. It was fairly inexpensive. So I figured we would get the first half of it built, and then we'll look at the other half the next time. Okay, so I think that's kind of where we're gonna be. With that being said, I had to apologize. My throat's also kind of rough and gruff. One of the things I do like about what Insoon has done is they have done all the bags, so you've got everything labeled 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is here, and they're actually in order. So we're going to take this, we're going to set it up over here. I set it there so it doesn't fall and hit my drink. And we'll kind of build from there and kind of get things going. Let's see. Who is this? Tinks Bricks, how are you? Who is, let's see. Okay. So I figure we'll get kind of going on this. Now, bag wise, there's a lot of things in here as we're moving and building. There's a lot of addendum sheets where we've got this one that's on step 90. Then we also have one that's for step 159 and one that's on step 272. So there's two of these. They're going to be traveling along with the build as we go. The other one, if I remember correctly, 150, 151, 153, and 155, but nothing else on the back. So that'll stay here. This one will go here. I think there's something different in the way that it's installed. So at 90, and then we'll move that over to 159. Bag 1 is going to get us all of the base plate and some of the wall for the back. So that's kind of where we're going to start today. Alright, let me get sorry, I've got my Minecraft stuff in the way. I was wanting to start a mock on that. Hey Jeff, what's happening? The Minecraft, I put together here, let me kind of show you. I'll get the review up on my YT, but I did put together the Pale Garden, and I absolutely love this set. It was a fun build. The creakings are amazing. The creaking hearts that are buried into the trees are amazing. That was a solid build. I really enjoyed that one. And that was kind of one of those, I needed that after this week. So, yeah. It was a good build. Alright, so everything on bag 1, we'll go ahead and grab all of our stuff here. Yeah, I found out my Ghostbuster group. I have a problem. I'm not getting updates like I'm supposed to on my. I think they use Discord. I don't really like Discord very much. I struggle with it, and so they were sending updates. They have a thing going on this weekend, and it's one of the small things I normally go to. I went to last year. I really enjoyed it, but this year I missed out because I kind of dropped the ball and missed that they had a thing going on. So, yeah. Hey, thank you for the heart, me, bud. I appreciate that. So I kind of missed. They have a whole thing going on. It's called LitCon. It is a really, really cool event. If you're in, I think it's in Greenville actually. If you're in the Greenville area and you have nothing to do, it's Greenville, Texas. There's a LitCon at your local library. I'd definitely go check that out. They'll be there, I think, pretty much all day. As a matter of fact, I think they already started, so yeah. I can't believe I missed it though. Some of the events this year I'm having to back out on because of work and other things going on. So yeah. Hey Jeff, thanks. You've joined the fan club for 2 months. I appreciate that. Oh, here we go again. What's up, Kobe? Oh my goodness. Come to troll me? Is that what's going on? I just wanted to tell you there's one thing that's changed since the last time you were here. I shaved my mustache. That's it. All right. So let me get my, because I actually need some music here too. Boom, boom. Pull this over to here. All. And we'll kind of get going. Kind of a weird morning, man. Oh, hey, thank you. Hey, think on say what's up? How are you? Man, tons of gifts. Oh my goodness. So how thank you. How have things been going? How's the building stuff going? You still got that Titanic? Or did you get it yet? Wow. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to go with some lo-fi today. There we go. All right. Good. Haven't got it yet? Yeah. There's so this company that I'm building today, Insoon, they have I think they have a Titanic as well, but it's a smaller set. If I come across the listing for it, I can send it to you unless you've already seen it. Um, that's I think that might be a good alternative because I know that huge um, Titanic is it's expensive. It's very expensive. All right, so we got one. Snap it in. We got a 1x8 over here. We're gonna snap that in, and then we need a 4x12. 12. Need one of those. That's going two studs in with three on each end. Now, one of the things I had the Golden Girls. Oh, you did? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the I saw that set. That's I think Brickcraft, isn't it? I saw that set, and I shot the news over to one of my friends. He was a huge Golden Girls fan. See if he was wanting to bite on it, but I hadn't heard anything else from there. The smaller sets, yeah. There's some of the smaller sets of Brickcraft. The Mold King has got some pretty good stuff. I've got. I was debating. Oh, if I can get over there. I picked this up the other day, which is the Mold King Creative Idea. It's the F1. This thing is actually it is a 112 scaled car. It's got Technic pieces in it that allow it to turn. So I figured after we do this, it might be a toss up between the Aldi building and the F1 racer. But the F1 racer, I think it's going to be like that big. It's going to be pretty big, and it comes with a ton of stuff. Let's see. Wait, what did you just do with your? Okay, my tattoo. So it's still healing, but this tattoo, what this is a brick chart. Okay, here I'll bring it up here. So you've got numbers here, 1 through 16, 1 through 6, and what you can do. And I'm not gonna lay it onto the tattoo right now because I'm still healing. But if I were to bring this up to here, that is a 2 by 15 because it goes up to the 15 mark. So my tattoo is actually scaled to the actual brick scale for standard bricks. So, yeah, that's extremely nerdy. Did I see your comment? Hold on. I might have to take my glasses off. Some of this is kind of fuzzy for me. Let's see. I don't know that Spider-Man trailer was peak. Are you getting? No. So the Ninja Turtle brickheads. I have not gotten into brickheads yet. Now I might be changing that just because a lot of the Fortnite sets, the affordable Fortnite sets, are mainly brickheads now. So I've gotten what was it, the Durr Burger, I've got the Sparkplugs Camp, and I wanted to get the Loot Llama. And I'd like to get like the Battle Bus and the Durr Burger building and all that. Well, kind of long story. The brickheads, they have several brickheads that are either giftable purchase or purchase, like Peely and Bright Bomber, Drift, and I think Tomato Head, and there's some others. I like Fortnite and I want to get more, and so I might actually start getting brickheads. So if I do, I might add the Ninja Turtles on there because I like Ninja Turtles. But I also, there's some Ninja Turtle sets that are at Five Below that are like the smaller, cheaper sets, and I've debated because I was like, do I want to add brickheads and try to find space for them, or do I want to buy like the minifig sets and incorporate them into the city? So that's kind of where I'm like trying to figure it out. That tattoo is class. Thanks, man. Thanks. All right. Yes. So the Spider-Man. I got to go back a little bit. Yeah, that Spider-Man trailer looks pretty cool. Um, I was I was a little concerned because I know that Brand New Day, the comics, did not go well with a lot of fans. A lot of people did not like it because, it rewrote Peter and it made him, it was kind of like one of those, it was like, they wanted to make him younger and hipper and all this. And so when they were rewriting that part of Spider-Man, they kind of did that to make him, forget Mary Jane and have a new love interest and all this. One of the things I appreciate with this is that, yeah, they have it, even though this happened, they have it tied into what happened with No Way Home. And so I think that there will be a lot of like fun stuff in it. Do I think that they'll do? Do you think they'll do like another Spider-Man after this one? I don't know. Um, I know rules wise, Sony has to create a Spider-Man movie or something every 10 years. What I would see is right now they've got Spider-Man with the Across the Spider-Verse, and they're finishing up the animation and the last bit of filming for Miles Morales' story. And I believe that they're supposed to build one, and then I think they're going to be doing possibly a part two to it. I'm not, if I remember correctly, I think they're adding, so that should be a four story thing, but they're going to space it out. Um, with Spider-Man with Tom Holland, I know he's coming back now, and he's supposed to appear in a few other movies, so he'll be within the Avengers stuff for a little bit. And I believe in Doomsday, Tobey Maguire will be in there too, but I believe he's gonna be killed. Like him and Andrew Garfield, I think they're being killed off. Like their whole things are gonna be killed. Um, and I don't know. I know Tom Holland has addressed wanting to kind of walk away and do something else, but this is also one of those things that pays the bills. Let's see. Do you Spider-Man is form? Yeah. So I'm actually excited. So okay, multiple things. There's Tarantula. So Tarantula is in there. Scorpion is in there. So we have Tarantula, Scorpion, of course, Man Spider. Well, the beginning mutation of Man Spider. Um, it looks like the death of May. Um, and of course, Mary Jane is friend. And try to remember, I know Punisher, Daredevil's not in it, and I'm kind of concerned that they've done something with Daredevil, or or Frank has kind of pushed out of Hell's Kitchen and done more. It's not Man Spider, it's Venom. Well, no, okay, so if it's the Peter Parker where he mutates and he goes through his phases and he gets the extra arms, he eventually mutates into a giant spider that has like the suits all torn, and I believe that I think it was called. It might. No, I know Venom is the black suited, but I think it was Man Spider. I'd have to look that one up. Um, but I know in Venom, I haven't got to watch Last Dance yet, and I know that they did Noel in the Last Dance, which I was excited about. I haven't got to sit and watch it though because I'm a kid. Um, but I know I really wanted to see Anti Venom and some of the like Agent Venom, things like that. So I'm kind of wondering. I'm kind of wondering if they're gonna do more about that. So when Peter's eyes went black, it wasn't Man Spider, it was Venom. Okay. There's a lot of people saying Man Spider. So spoiler for the first Venom movie. I like the first Venom movie. No, that's not him becoming Venom. I think it's because he ends up having. I don't. I don't know how they're gonna do the mutation. I'm pretty sure it is the mutation, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sony's trying to pull in that Venom aspect and maybe tie it over. So like, because I think Tom Hardy he's kind of done. I don't think he's done, but I think they're done with him. And so I kind of wonder if maybe they're gonna try to do it to where it ties into Peter for the Black Spider-Man suit, and maybe Venom is the symbiote gets introduced and is something that helps him control his mutation. I don't know. It is up in the air right now. No, that's not him becoming Venom. It's him mutating. That's why he went to Bruce Banner. Yep. I'm guessing. Here's the thing. They have surprised me. Uh, Marvel has the Marvel, Disney, Marvel, and Sony. Sony more than Marvel, but the Sony studios for their Spider-Man stuff has kind of surprised me on some things. So I kind of wonder if they would find a way to do a tie over. I don't know if they would. I think that they've kept I think they've kept a good separation between those two. It's been mentioned, but I don't think that. I don't know. Now, if I could see Spider-Man and Venom in a movie together, oh yeah, dude, that would be. I would love to see that. That would be bonkers crazy, and especially to see like for me to see Flash Thompson as Agent Venom, I would totally be down for that. As a matter of fact, I got a on the Ollie G, I got a an Agent Venom minifig and a Multiverse of Madness Doctor Strange. Yeah, anything is possible in their MCU. They have there have been many times that they have taken multiple stories across multiple comics and kind of found ways to tie them together. Same thing occurred a little bit with the Doctor Strange movie. The first one, they tied more, is it Moragu try to remember his name. They tied him in with story elements from the intro and also from one of his space adventures where he went into a super multiverse. So I like that they are able to jump around and take all the material and just kind of tie it together. It Venom left a little bit of symbiote at the end of No Way Home. Ooh, and see that's the thing. I have not gotten to watch No Way Home yet. I know, it's on my list. Um, I've kind of given the family an ultimatum. Like, listen, I want to watch No Way Home. I want to watch the last Venom movie. My kid kept saying, please wait for me. But then, he gets home and he goes and hangs out with his friends. I'm like, all right. So I've kind of given an ultimatum. Like, listen, this weekend is gonna be my weekend to watch at least one of the two. So I'm thinking if we do movie night tonight, I might suggest No Way Home because we'll have to rent it, and then I can stay up late and watch the last Venom movie. Uh, what if we have Venom enhanced Man Spider? Ooh, dude, that would be killer. If we got a Venom enhanced Man Spider, man, that's here's the thing. So like I know what was it? Noel created what is it? The King in Black. It was in the King in Black series, and he created the Venom Spider-Man. So the Spider-Man from a different universe it's Peter Parker as Venom, and he never got rid of it. And he gets imbued with Noel's powers, and he becomes a super 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 symbiote hunter. And he goes out across the universe, and he's got this like suits like red, and he's got like a white cloak thing, and I mean it's kind of wild. And he grows like he's got like the stuff that grows up around his head and turns into arms with like hooks on it. It's pretty wild. I've got some of those figures. I'll start sharing them over on Action Figure of the Day. I don't want them to do the spider though, especially if he grows. The spider face, yeah, that's gonna be gross. That's gonna be gross. Well, in the story, if it does happen though, here's the thing: if it does happen, they will pull him back because he doesn't stay as Man Spider for long. Um, but that might be like if Tom Holland's wanting to stop, that might be like kind of where they go. Is that maybe they do the Man Spider thing and then they get him pulled back, completely change his genetics, and then you know, he loses all of his spider powers and through like gamma radiation or whatever, and then becomes a normal person and gets to live his life. So that might be, if they're doing that story, that might be what they're doing to kind of end it, and maybe him letting go and letting other superheroes take over for his area to protect things, and maybe he goes and finally decides, like after he loses powers, maybe he goes and settles down. So I'm kind of wondering if that's more of what they're kind of tying into, is that maybe they want to end this run of Spider-Man, and then they'll probably pull like, instead of Spider-Man, they'll probably pull like Gwen Stacy. Maybe they'll do like Spider Venom. They'll do Mary Jane Carnage. I don't know. They'll do something in the Spider-Man universe to keep it going, or they'll turn around. They'll do a live action Miles Morales, and they'll start putting that out because Miles is actually still pretty popular. I know people are really anxiously waiting to find out what's going to happen with him versus his Prowler self from the other universe. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens at the end of the new Spider-Verse movie. I really want to, because I love that design of Miles as the Prowler. Dude, I love that. And actually, that's probably one of my favorite minifigs from that collection of the Across the Spider-Verse. And I like, Web Slinger. I like, was it Casey? I'm trying to remember his name. Like, I like Web Slinger a lot. And I felt like that was a cool little minifig. It kind of, Probably should have given him one of his Sixers, but they didn't. The horse should have been bigger. It's okay. But that Prowler figure is dead on with the record and the two gloves, and the fact you could change out the mask with the braids, or have it with him with the braids on in face, or the mask on. Like I love that minifig. That is, and I'm also a huge Prowler fan, so for me, I like it. What's up, Brick Guy? How are you today? We're talking Spider-Man, absolute Spider-Man. I picked up so you know how I've got all my Spider-Man stuff. I've got my Cross the Spider-Verse framed up in a frame, right? I finally found that frame, and I got another one. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy to be at the table. I'm a little hoarse because of this last week with school and stuff, but um, I got another frame so I could put all of my animal figures in there. So I'll get that built and hung up, and I was kind of hoping they would do another Marvel series here pretty soon, but I think right now it's just what Shrek that's going to be in like September, and then we've got the CMF that's got like the oh man, the collection that's got the soccer player, the I can't remember what all is it. I know it's got the Bionicle, yeah, the Bionicle, and the Ronin, which I will definitely pick up a Ronin. And there's some pretty good things in there. The Trash Monster, which I would like to get, and yeah, there's some other ones. Hold on, let me get this one made, and I'll show you what we're making. Brick Guy asked what we were making, and I'm gonna let him know. All right, so I got that part marked right there. So we are making the Detective Agency Bookends. That is by Insoon, and we're gonna work on one book half today, and then the next time we'll work on the other book half. So we've got this book half should be the outside of the detective agency, and it's got like kind of a book sort of look to it. And so we're working on the actual ground and the base for the first back, and then we'll build the building on the next. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, so it's the Bionicle, Ronin. Try to remember. There's quite a bit in there. I was actually kind of surprised at just how much stuff was in it that I was like, yeah, I would totally get that. The series, I think it was 27, was it? That had the hamster kid, had the astrologer kid. Like I got a lot of those. The wolf pack leader, I got one of those. I was lucky to find that one. Apparently, that one is very, very hard to find. I think after Doomsday comes out, there will be a new Marvel set, probably. Yeah, they'll tie it. They'll tie it into. They'll tie it into what's coming out. Now, I thought that they were gonna do something for Brand New Day for minifig, but I think they might just do sets. But that one comes out in May, doesn't it? I think that one comes out pretty close. Yeah. The Beast Master is expensive. That's one that, like, I've at one point I carried it with me to school. Was like, oh, I'll keep it in my little Lego pouch in my belt to play with, and then I started seeing how expensive it was to replace. And I was like, you know what? It's staying at home. I was like, I play with it, and I put it with some of my castle stuff here and there. I've got like some carts and things that I'll put them with, but outside of that, I kind of leave them in a safe spot because I don't want them. I don't want them gone, man. He's one of those that if I lost him and had to replace him, I'd be really sad because it's people were charging I think 30 for him recently. I can't get it. Yeah, the Beastmaster fig. Brand New Day comes out July 31st. Okay. So I'm gonna look. over here, I seem to be missing a tile. We'll look over here to see if there's one over here. Ah, there it is. Found it. Those little tiles, I like to hide. Now, one of the things they said is that reviews were saying that this had clutch issue problems where these weren't sticking onto each other or they couldn't get them pressed. Clutch power is kind of tight on it. I can see a little bit of plate pull on there, but it's not too bad. So I think, like, from what I'm noticing, I think the reviews that went on might, and I'm not that far yet, but I'm wondering if some of the reviews were just like maybe the people building them just didn't know how to press them very hard, or maybe they got a bad set. But I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna end up doing the review on it and kind of finding out and seeing if that's really the case or not. And then once it's reviewed, I'm gonna rebuild this whole thing because that's what I like to do. The only clutch power issue I ever had was on a set that was the Pokédex. Yeah, that's, I've heard a few times, has been an issue. And you and I, like, we both worked with some pretty cheap sets before, and it was like one of those where, I understand why, Lego has like the means and the everyone loves Lego sort of thing, but they're expensive. You know what I mean? Oh, and when I put that Pale Garden together, it was like clipping things in. It was like butter, smooth, perfect, right? But some of these other sets, there's a little bit of size difference between tiles and plates that causes issues. Let's see. I had multiple pieces that wouldn't fully go down. Yeah, the I've had, so when I did the set that was the not Mega Constructs. Now the Mega Constructs that was the Pirates, Halo. Those I've never really had too many issues with it, but it was the Mega Brands. Even though it's still through Mattel, I think that there's some issues. The Mega Brands, when I did the trucks, I had some issues getting things. And I've got another set that's like a police copter and a bad guy card. I haven't put it together, and I have a feeling there's going to be some frustrations. Let's see. Yeah, starting to really see which brands do the clutch the best. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, is like Lego, still top tier. After that, Lumi is really like high up there. I've had a few pieces that were just kind of like iffy. I know. Let's see what else. After that, going down, let's say Mold King, Rio, and then Insoon, and then Brick Panda. Brick Panda is actually pretty decent. But they're like small sets. Builder and Brickcraft are both up there with Luma Bricks. Both of them have really good, smooth, buttered brick power. Mold King is kind of below that. Insoon so far, this is I think my first Insoon. It seems okay. Mold King has some issues. Mega, kind of there. Oh man, Neomeyer is pretty decent. Bricks is okay. Snap and Switch is okay. Worst ones, Make It Bricks. Kogo was kind of like Brickcraft can be iffy. The Cow Skull. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, there was one set I had from Brickcraft that was one of the flower sets that one of the Technic pins did not want to hold very well. I've done for Brickcraft. I've done a lot of the smaller sets. I need to get some more of their stuff. By 10, 1 by 6, and then 8 of these right here. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. There we go. All right. Maybe it was just that set specifically. I do like them. Yeah, I like them too. And yeah, they do have some good licensing. Though though there's a part of me that I kind of wish that like as much as I love as much as I love Futurama, okay? Don't get me wrong, I love Futurama, but so far we've gotten a model rocket, we've gotten the little stackable build kits that are that we got Bender and the giant size, but I would actually like to see kind of like what they did with the I think it was no Hello Kitty is Builder. I'm trying to remember. They had a license where they had some smaller build set things. I'd like to see them do something Futurama that has minifigs incorporated in it. The rocket I still need. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I was looking at it, and TikTok Shop actually has. I can't remember what the brand is, but they have the Futurama rocket. Oh yeah, and the Family Guy. And the Futurama rocket has the one that's sold on the TikTok Shop. Actually, you can open it up, and there's seats in there. And I mean, it's a little undersized, but I was like, for the price that I'm spending on the brick craft that sits on the stand versus the other one that I can open up and play with and put like my retro people in, I'm kind of like, what do I want to get? And I'm actually thinking about getting the TikTok Shop one instead. Kobe. For me, I haven't built because shelf space. I know I built that shelf out there, put the city on it. I've got all of my Western stuff underneath, and then I've got backlog on the floor all over here, and I haven't built anything else. Behind me is kind of just a ton of just junk that I'm trying to clear out, and then where I had the crates, I was going to build shelves across, and then put some sets and backlog, stack it over there, and kind of make it look a little bit nice. But I want to get the right depth of shelves so I can really put things up there and kind of clear some of this out and get mocks up. And this summer I plan on working in here quite a bit, so I might not do as many lives, but I might be working daily to try to get some of this stuff built. So yeah, and yeah, same boat. Yeah. Well, and then the other part of it is depending. I might be moving teaching spaces. So if that's the case, I will also be focused on that as well. Or at least I'm trying to. 3 and 4. All right. So we're going to be going one here, and then we're doing one here, another up, and then another up, and we're creating a small set of steps. And we're just doing that with plates and tiles. It would probably been nice if they would have had like one where it was like one, what do they call it? It's not a modified tile, but it's a 1x2. Oh my goodness! See, and I've already lost the name, but it's basically it's an adaptive plate, right? So it kind of goes in between things. It'd been cool if they'd have done one of those there. So if you did have a minifig, you could place them on it. But I have a feeling stud-wise, this is going to be pretty empty for studs. Let's see. Still looking for a job. Been rough, yeah. Right now it's market-wise, it's tough, which is why I've been so caught up in what I'm doing at work to try to keep where I'm at and keep things going. You applied at Mattel and Lego, yeah, because you're making that move soon, so you need it, absolutely need it, man. I got prayers for you, okay? I want to see you get to shine. All right. So we're going to be pressing this down and in. We're going to make sure all that's nice and seated. Now, I'm kind of wondering, so this part is hollow, So there's a little bit of give to it in the center, and a little bit of pull, but not too much. I think leaving that empty area in there, I think helps. And actually, the fact that it's empty, you could always replace a plate and run a wire under here. So if you Mills plate this to light up the inside, if you put a light kit on it. So I do like that quite a bit. I like how, I'm liking this set so far. Yeah, let's see. Oh, I missed something. And Lego has a lot of good sets. I know, right? I've gotten a few of the smaller sets, and I've been picking up some of the Minecraft sets. I've been grabbing like things when I can, when I see them on sale. Yeah, both are in California. So hopefully, I can land that. Man, brother, I am praying for you. I hope that they do. Brick Matt, what's up, Matty? Hey, buddy. I saw that you sent me a invite last night. Man, I have not been on. I've been trying to take care of some work things, so I missed your invite. I'm sorry about that. Did you have a good night last night? You said there's only 2 sets that you're really eyeing on. Hey, thank you. What are the sets that you're eyeing? Oh, thank you for the confetti. I tell that when I fist bump the kids, I fist bump them. I'm like, bring it up, shoot up, and then confetti it down. Oh, the pyramids. Yeah, no, okay. The Van Gogh on Lumi that set is so gorgeous. And I want to get it. I don't know where in the world I'd put it at this point. But yeah, I love Van Gogh. But that set is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. You had a good time. Yeah, I know. Well, hey, thank you. I think once I get things settled with work, once I get things kind of squared away and I know what I'm doing, I can feel comfortable being back out onto things. But I've been, I'll be honest, I've been depressed. I've got some issues, some things going on, and I haven't known exactly where to turn to, who to go to, and what to do to get the talk done and figure out what I need. So I'm trying to get that all squared away right now. But I do thank you. Absolutely thank you. You have no idea what that means, man. I love that we got a community, and I should just turn to our community and say, hey, can I talk? Can we build? Can we chit chat? That might make things a lot better for me. Oh, I get it. I need to spend less time on here. You got it. You got it. You got it. If I'm struggling, I need it. Scripture, something. You got it. I'll send it your way. I got a few other brothers that I chat with. I actually need to contact them because I haven't replied to them lately. But yeah, I'll send you something, get you on the DM, and figure out what we can do. Okay. Yeah, I would love to build. Oh, Luigi. Yeah. I never got to build the Mario one either. I see it all the time. And then isn't there like a Shy Guy Racer or something that's out? There's some cool things that look really good. Hey, Emil. All right, so now we're building up. So this is kind of it's almost like a post. We got a trash can, and we have this red thing that's going to serve as a post. So this is kind of an interesting, unique thing that we don't normally see. And I think it's because it's British. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. One on top, and then we'll put this right on top. So this thing, I think, is supposed to be a mailbox. We're going to set that into here, and that's kind of what we're looking at so far. It's looking good. Looking good. Let's see. Come over here. Boom. And boom. All right. So we got outside seating, mailbox, trash can, and now we're making a street lamp. Let's see. Sorry, I'm scanning the Lego store. So what are you getting at the Lego store today? Are you looking to get anything? I know the what is it? The Minecraft dungeons or Minecraft caves. I'm actually thinking about getting because I want to take one Mills plate, a stackable Mills plate. I've got one that's I think in green or brown, and I actually want to be able to create a corners of multiple biomes together and put my Minecraft stuff. And the cave would be a nice transition from jungle to the netherworld magma or lava, and then I could do the jungle and shift it to snow and Pell Garden. So I'm thinking about like building it tall and building it like that. Or at least I'd like to. It doesn't mean I can right now, but I'd like to. 2 and 16. Is that 16? Boom, it is. We need two of those. Two and 2 16s, and two 4x8s. And then 1, 2 of these 1x1s. We're going to set that over there, and let's see what we got. So this is going to go 1 here. Let me see. This is kind of weird looking. Hold on. Okay, I see what we're doing. All right. I see it. Okay. So that one, this one kind of took me a minute. I was like, I must not be getting it. I would love to build the Spider-Man mask. That one's pretty cool. I know the original Spider-Man mask, the actual mask build, the helmet build or helm build is a lot of people have talked about that one being really good. Some people have complained about the bust, the Iron Spider bust, saying that it didn't have a lot of detail to it. I think it'd be kind of cool, but I don't. The only bust I've put together, or no, I put together a helm, and that was the Captain Rex, and I enjoyed that build. Thought it was nice, but I don't really collect too many of the helms. I know one of my old buddies, M. She would do all the helms, and so she had like Kylo Ren and all those. She loved those things, but she's been busy. Did you see the new bus? I know one of them was Yoda, and then yeah, Darth Vader. Yeah, I did. Now I haven't. I was actually thinking about because I've been working on getting also on my YT some information about like my personal feelings about things on certain sets, and so I've been trying to get more on there. So I might actually, maybe when we're done today, I might look at them, record it, kind of talk about it, give my opinions on it, kind of see where I'm at on it, because I think there's some quality build stuff to it, but I haven't sat long enough to really look at it. They retired one. Which one did they retire? I think the Spider-Man mask is retired. I think the Iron Spider bust, I think, is still available. Maybe. I could have that backwards, to be quite honest. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one of these. One of each of every single one. Alright, this goes here. Boom. And boom. I know I wanted to get Steve's adventure in the desert biome, and I saw that one is no longer available everywhere, and I think that one retired for the Minecraft stuff. And there's been a few that I've come across that I might get that are retired, that are like kind of retired sets. I think yeah, some of the smaller sets look fun. No, the Spider-Man mask is just out of stock. Okay, so are they both available though? Like, so is the mask and the Iron Spider bust are both up and you can purchase them, they're just out of stock? Because the Spider-Man mask, that to me, that looks legit. I really like that one. I was thinking more the Miles Morales mask. Okay. So do they have both Spider-Man and Miles Morales for the mask? I remember seeing. Now I'm starting to question it. I'm trying to remember which one I did see. I thought I saw just the Spider-Man mask. Yeah, they are. Okay. All right. So we've got 1 and 2. Putting a tile on. And then another 1 and 2. Putting a tile on. And we're going to stack them. Boom. And 1 and 2. Putting a tile on. And we're adding a little bit of texture to these. There you go. Straighten those up. So I'm kind of wondering. I haven't seen anything for Doomsday sets, and I'm kind of wondering what all we're getting. But I think they're holding off because they don't want to spoil anything. There's a part of me that's excited for Doomsday, and there's a part of me that's really, really, really concerned about Doomsday. Because I don't feel like we've had just an absolute hit besides for the Spider-Verse stuff. I don't feel like we've had an absolute hit since the end of Avengers game, honestly. And Deadpool, outside of that. A Doomsday Bust, a mask would be pretty cool. So they are doing, if I remember correctly, they are going to be doing a Doomsday Bust. I know there's a holiday Advent set that's coming out that also has the a Doomsday minifig in it, and everyone is looking at trying to go ahead and pre-order that as soon as it launches. I'm debating on it just because it was. I like Doctor Doom, but I'm not the biggest Doctor Doom fan. So for me, it's like, do I have to really have this Doctor Doom figure? And some people they're getting it because you could also use a lot of the torso for like castle stuff. I'd love to see a Moon Knight. Yeah, a Moon Knight, or even a Moon Knight figure, like a posable figure that has the cape out in the moon. That would be a cool one. I was reading Moon Knight when Fincher was drawing for him. I liked that part of the series. Classic Moon Knight, I was like, it's okay. I've got a few of those stories. But the Fincher run of Moon Knight is awesome. They have a sale starting the 25th. You think they have 2 Moon Knight minifigs? I know I've seen some Moon Knight minifigs on the Ollie G, and I have thought about nabbing a couple. Yeah, I might be looking for those for the little Moon Knight minifigs, 'cause I think that'd be cool. So the 25th, you said. I'll keep an eye out. Not that I need to be going and buying anything else, but let's see. I think they have. It's in the Marvel Series 2. Ooh, okay. I'll look and see what I got, or see what they got. I still want to get the Spider-Man with Venomized Wolverine. I did pick up an older set. It was a Spider-Man with Venomized Doc Ock. And that thing is actually cool. I'm not the biggest Doc Ock fan. I'm more of a Goblin fan and the Halloween family fan. But that Doc Ock that's pretty stellar set. I liked it. They had them at my Bricks and Minifigs. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I know that they've made them in the past, but I just didn't know if he was up and available now. So 1, 2. Got one of these. 2 of these 1x1 tiles. And then we've got an inverted bracket. Alright, here we go. 1 goes right up here. another snot with tile. Goes right up here. Bracket and a plate. It's going to go right over here. Boom. And I think we got a light post going on the outside of that. Let's see. In the Marvel Series 2, they had... let's see. Post a newly generated highlight. Well, I'll post it in a minute. I don't want to miss out on it, but let's see what it says. There we go. All right. That's kind of interesting. So they've got some cool things to do here. Hey Anna, how are you? So Anna, you having a pretty good Saturday? We got 1, 2 of these plates, and then a 1x1 round tile. I actually needed to order a whole bunch of these doors the other day because I was going through my back stock of things, and I was like, hey, I just go grab a door for my fun hole / limerick shop, and I went to do it, and I realized I'm fresh out of doors. Should I build the golden retriever puppy? Totally build that golden retriever puppy. Build it, share it. I want to see it. So do you have the set, or you're looking at getting it today while you're at the store? Because I mean, it looks cute. Like it looks like a cute set. And then one more, and then 1 and 2. All right. Real quick, again, just a rule of thumb. If you got this, it's all stacked up and you're having a hard time, take another brick, press them to the side. That'll straighten up all of those pieces so you got a nice straight column. Let's see. Daughter of the Ilami. That's a cool name. So I don't have a Lego store in my town or anywhere close. Buy it online? Yeah. Man, there's nothing wrong. They've been pretty quick. Like when I've purchased stuff from them before, they've been pretty quick about getting things to me. And what I got from the Lego group is it was a printed minifig. So they had to print it and put it together and get like the specialty barcode brick, which I still can't figure out, but I'm gonna incorporate that somewhere into a build. It's got like a little QR code on it. It's kind of weird. But yeah, man, like I would totally, if it's available and you want it and you can afford it, yeah. Or the Batman logo. Oh. So that's, okay, here's the question on that. You ready? Which do you like more? You like Batman or dogs? For me, I love Batman. But I'm not too keen on the Batman logo. But I do like if it's a minifigure scale vehicle or set like that, or even like I did the polybag of Bruce Wayne Batman suit. Like that, I'll get Batman. If it's a larger creature build, I like to do like the creatures. So for me, like if I don't have display space for the Batman logo, I would go with the Golden Retriever. But if you got the space and you like Batman, that'd be pretty fly to put up and get to show off. I know I had a guy that I used to work with. He loved Batman, and that something a build like that would have been. He would have been like super happy to have that one. And he had an office, so he would have been able to show that off in his office. Me, I don't necessarily have a space where I could put these things up and show them off. Wish I did. That would be nice. Okay, so this is kind of odd. The way that they're building this is a little strange, in my opinion. So if I get back into building, it's gonna be something small to start. I would say the botanicals. If you like flowers, the botanicals are they're small, they're display worthy, they look nice. The golden retriever is a smaller set, and again, if you like dogs, that would be a good one. If they do kind of a dog that looks a little bit like mine, in a set like that, I'll probably get it. And I'm also not too big on a lot of the bigger builds, but the fox from Minecraft, I'm actually thinking about grabbing that because I think that would be a cute and kind of fun sort of build. So there's there's sets out there. Maybe the thing, if you've been out of it for a while, that Batman logo, from what I do understand, is kind of difficult because all the parts blend one into the other. So I'd probably buy the hamster with a flower because it's kind of, yeah, no, that's small, and that's a perfect starting set. It's cute too. Like it's, I saw that the other day. I was like, huh, that'd be kind of cute to do. Some of the 3-in-1 creator sets, like the camera, and it's like a camera, video camera, or a camera, video camera, and I can't remember what the other one was. That's actually it's a small set, but it's a really good one. Yeah, 166 pieces is nothing, nothing. Um, and I do like getting small sets here and there. I know that there's a, hold on, I pull it. There's a creator set like this, but it's a cat. I need to finish. I need to film this one, but the creator set with the cat could kind of like get back in there, figure it out, and I think that's a 3-in-1 as well. But it's like small. They're like what, 66, maybe 75 pieces tops, and that'd be good to kind of play with. Just kind of get back in that habit, and then jump on board. Those things are usually what, like maybe $5. So if you're unsure about it, definitely jumping into a small set that's just affordable. That like if I do this, I'm not gonna miss out on anything. I could still put up on a shelf and it'd be okay. Yeah, man, I'd say that's like genius level thinking right there. Go ahead and nab it. That hamster set looks really cute too, by the way. Like I've thought about that one too because I was like, I wonder if I thought about getting the cat, the 3-in-1 cat, and the hamster, and then incorporating that with all the mutant bugs in the city. having having like if I could do the giant cat, if there was a superposable giant cat, I'd have that with the super weapon. I'd get Leloid and put like a little laser pointer on his shoulder and put that had the cat build somewhere in the city. Uh, when you said Minecraft Fox, I instantly knew what position it's in. Yeah. Oh, that might. Here's the thing. That Minecraft Fox, like, I'm not I I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan. I would say out of the two, I love Fortnite more than I do Minecraft. And Minecraft I've played just a little bit, but I love the lore and I love the look of their stuff and their sets for Lego are just they are just killing it on the Minecraft side. The love that they put into Minecraft, I wish they would put that into a few more of the Fortnite sets. I love Fortnite. I want to see more sets, but I don't necessarily want to see any more of the big, gigantic, Model S sets. I want to see more like sets that are affordable. Like I love the Battle Bus, but it's $100. I love Columbo, but it's $109, and there's not a lot of side build with it. And like the Durr Burger, I really like the Durr Burger, but it's not a modular, so that's the first thing. It's like, okay, it's not a modular. I get it. I can work with that. But then it's not a modular, and it's $65. It's like, yeah, I don't know about that. And they're using stickers for a lot of their parts. That was the other thing. It's like that should have gone down to about 40, 45 for the price count of what they're doing. I was like, it's a little much. Some of these sets, some of the sets look more affordable than they should be. Yeah, like I said, the Pale Garden, the this one right here. Hold on, the Pale Garden has two actual minifigs. So you got the Mothman minifig, you've got the skeleton minifig, then you got the creeper minifig, and then you have a buildable minifig of the creaking. And then you have a play feature where you can punch out the tree, and you have the creaking heart as a build material that you can take with you. So you get the tree biome, the Pale Garden tree biome, flowers, the new chest with bread, and the creaking flowers, and a fire. This thing was $20. I mean, super, super, super affordable. And yet, comparing this to my Fortnite set, where I have the wolf, a spider, a part of a build, a campfire, Peely, spark plug, and I think a skeleton. That one was 23, and I think that one has more pieces and parts than the other. So I was like, I love that they've got the licensing for Fortnite, and I want them to do more. But I also feel like some of their sets are just, they're overpriced for what we're getting. And that kills me because out of the two, you know, you got the Fortnite Odyssey, which is Lego based, but we're not really doing anything from Odyssey onto sets. And then in Minecraft, we got a whole bunch. Like I've got a book, a ton of Minecraft stuff, and it's selling well, it's doing well, and it's affordable. Like affordable. I spent $40 at one point, got Pale Garden, Polybag, and a Desert Biome Fortress set. 3 sets for $40. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minifigs out of all those. That's a little telling in my opinion. It's like, all right, maybe we're spending. And the thing is, I don't want them to drop the Fortnite licensing. Like I want them to do more, but it needs to be smaller sets, affordable, targeted for kids to get them back into it, to do the Odyssey stuff. But I'm wondering if maybe the Odyssey stuff just isn't as, like, kids just aren't into it like I'm thinking they are. I don't know. When I talk to my students, a lot of them, they're like, they play Fortnite, they play Blitz, they play a lot of the creator games. But when they start talking about the actual Odyssey, a lot of them don't really care much for it. And I think that might be kind of what's going on. They just don't think they could sell it. All right, got a 1x4 by, oh my goodness, 1x4 by 2, and then a panel. Oh, no, that's a 1x4 by 3, 1x4 by 2 panel. Interesting. Okay. So let's see. Hey Daniel, how are you? You doing good? Hopefully this Saturday is treating you well. Alright, so that's kind of interesting that we're doing this. Right now, some of the problem that I have with this build-wise is that a lot of this hasn't been structured down yet. We're relying on the clutch power of the plates, but there's not enough really here. These are all separate things that all feel like they're loose and coming apart. So as I'm building this, I'm trying very, very carefully not to accidentally push everything in. But yet, instead of reinforcing anything, we're still just building up. So that might be something that has to be corrected down the road for this build, because I can see us going up and up and up and up and up and still having a problem. Still here just scrolling through the online Lego store. Hey, look, AI got it right. It says discussing the value of Minecraft versus Fortnite Lego sets. Yeah, straight up. And like I said, I like Minecraft. I'm not the biggest fan of Minecraft, But the fact is, I own more Minecraft sets than I do Fortnite sets from Lego. Straight up. Wow. I mean, that should be grossly available. And the thing is that because of that, I'm actually looking at starting to shift my interest more to Minecraft than I am Fortnite, because there's some things even in Fortnite for the game that I don't feel has really kind of upped the ante. Like, I have been playing Odyssey for a while. There's the Ninjago thing. I saw the Supply Llama and Fish set. Fish set. I do want to get the Supply Llama, and that's one that I would love to get that and actually put that up with my Durr Burger. And if I, because I'll be moving some things around here, and so if I have a spot where I put it, I'll actually put those up on my spaceship build. Um, but what's the fish set? You might have to. Is it like the fish stick? I think it's the. They did a fish stick brickheads, maybe. Huh. I don't know, man. But I have actually thought about shifting my interest over to Minecraft because of the fact that I just don't have enough Fortnite and Lego to feel like I'm doing anything. And I love my sets that I do have. The spark plug set is super super cool. The Peely in that set, I absolutely adore that figure. That figure is so cute, so stinking cute. It's a ridiculous looking figure. All right, this one, okay. I'm gonna show it here, and then I'll show it up there as well. So this is where we have an issue with Insoon. Okay, we obviously have got four studs across. Now we're building this little kind of window thing that goes over it. So we've got one here. We have three studs left. So we're going to put this on here. Now it calls for us to put a tile here and a tile here. But that doesn't reinforce anything. So instead, I'm going to go against instructions here. Okay? And I'm going to put this here, this here. I'm going to press them in. And instead of putting the 1x1 here, I'm going to shift this 1x4 down. Then shift this 1x1 here. And then, if anything falls off, it'll be the whole thing. Let's see. I saw Supply Llama and a fish stick figure. Okay. So okay. I'll have to look it up. But I do want to get the Supply Llama. I think that would be a fun build. Interestingly enough, we have like some bigger like counting block things that we build with in class for one of our stations as part of our engineering stuff. And I built a loot llama, and I put it up on the top of my bookcase. Kids come in there like, is that a? I'm like, what do you think it is? They're like, is that a loot llama? I'm like, yes, it is. Okay. Oof. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but we do have a sticker. It does go across multiple bricks. One of my problems that I have with this, it's also a paper sticker. So if I cut it, I'll have to cut it with my razor blade, which I believe, do I have my razor blade up here? I don't see it. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that later. I don't like having the stickers go across multiple bricks. Mold King, thankfully, they break those up, but then that also makes it kind of hard sometimes to get all the stickers on. Yeah, the Durr Burger. So the Durr Burger build, the actual little Durr Burger, is, it's about yay big. Here, actually, it's cute. I really like the Durr Burger. I thought it was one. I got it on sale for 10. This to me was a $10 set. It's not too big. It's cute. It works. I like I would probably get another one of these to have one for here and then one for wherever I go and work, sort of thing. Like I like the Durr Burger. The Durr Burger building is also relatively relatively small, and that one is $60, and that's the one that I was like, yeah, I don't know about that, man. And I saw it one time on clearance for it's like 45, and I told myself I was like, I'm gonna wait and see if it goes down a little bit more. And I also didn't really have the money, and it has not gone down. Instead, it went right back up to normal price, and I don't know. I want to get it, just because it's, the smaller sets are more affordable. So I'm working on here. Let me finish this part, and I'll show you what I'm working on. I'll pull up the book. So I did ask for. I said for Father's Day, I want either Columbo or the Battle Bus, um, and we'll see how that goes, if that becomes a thing or not. But I've asked multiple times, like, hey, for Father's Day, you can dot dot dot. Okay, so what we're building is we're building the Insoon-Detective Agency. Uh, and I gotta see what I can find for the Mayo Mini Plus. Okay. All right. So for 20 Wildfire, I'm doing it's an Insoon set. It's a detective agency. It's a bookend set, so it's supposed to be. I believe it's what's his name? Sherlock. I believe it's supposed to be his place. So it's like the one side is the outside, and then the other side is his office. I'm going to build them. Now, when I told my wife I was building bookends and it was Sherlock, she's like, oh, really? So I might not get this set back once it's put together. But if I do keep it, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably end up ripping the base out, ripping the back wall out, taking one book and turning it around so the office goes one way, the street and the building goes one way, and just finishing up the walls and a roof or ceiling and running a light kit in there, so that way I could have like a little like detective agency thing. No, it's not from Lumabricks. It's weird because normally I do Lumabricks, but I have maxed myself out on the pretty much all the small mid-range sets I've been able to get, and I have not been able to afford all of the more expensive sets. Now, the last set I put together was the Bamboo House, Retro House, and I was able to get that because I won it. But after that, like I have not been able to afford any of the other sets. Now, we were talking about doing some of the. I was doing like some things in the KOC program to find out about like maybe some smaller sets, some things like that, like more affordable sets, intro sets. And I think they're gonna start doing that. But like, I want to get the skate park because I love skating. So for me, like skateboarding, skating, all that stuff, I'm like that is fire. And I have the skate shop, even though I don't know where I would put the skate park right now. So for me, I really, really, really want to get it, but it's running, I think, at 99. Though they had a sale that would put it at, I think, about 95. But it was still like I don't have $100 right now to put into it. And of course, you can say, well, you have $40 to put on Minecraft figures. It's like, yeah, but some small purchases here and there versus like one large purchase, it that stuff kind of adds up. And so I might look into. I know the Old West Carpentry shop. Like I think someone got that for like $80, and I might look into that one because I love that carpentry shop. But yeah, I've been kind of on a Lumi freeze. I haven't been able to get quite as much as I've done in the past. Hey Zeto, what's happening? All right, so I believe this sticker sheet, everything else here might be. I'm gonna kind of look forward a little bit and see if there's anything for my other stickers. If there's not, I'll put my sticker sheet away. Yeah, looks like everything else is going to go in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of stick this back here so I don't lose it. And we're on bag 2 now. Mario Mini Plus is a handheld retro game console. The the did you see that Lego did a creator set that's like those old like kind of micro game sets, and I believe it's got 3 different builds to it. That one of them looks a little bit like the old Tiger handhelds. That reminds me of that Mayo. I remember I used to have, like, back in the day, I used to have a ton. Well, not a ton. I had several of the Tiger handheld games. I used to love those things. That was still back in analog time, like truly analog time. You have like the bubble machines, and then you started getting digital things, but I'd say more analog because it was like little LCD, so liquid crystal display. So it was like little black lines would just kind of move. Controls and everything were very, very simple. And yeah, as far as like let's see, I'm gonna throw that away. As far as those game consoles, besides for the Nintendo, I haven't done any other game console things in a while. I've come across a few, and I know that the what is the company that does like the backwards retro, the retro gaming, but it's like the oh man, it's like they'll take the consoles and they basically put the software in to read multiple different cartridges for old games. Can't remember what they're called, but yeah, those I've come across a few of those in the past. One of which was for handheld, and I thought about nabbing one of those. Wow. All right, kiddos, this is something you don't see very often. This is so it's bigger than a 16. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's a 10 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. This is a 10 by 24 tile. I mean, wow. And of course, this one is a 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. 6 by 12. So we got 2 6 by 12s and a 10 by 24. This thing is. That thing is huge. You don't see that often. That's wild. That is pretty big. All right. Let's finish this up. So Kobe, did you settle on a set yet? Are you thinking about getting the dog? I think you should get the golden retriever, or get the hamster for sure. Get the hamster, 'cause that's more cost effective, and that's a cute set. Like if you want an easy portable console, I recommend my own. Okay. Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll check that out. Sometimes I do want to take like a little bit easier console to take with me. I like the Nintendo, but oftentimes it becomes kind of hard to play if there's absolutely no internet. With the Mayo, can you play just off of internal memory? Because I know like I struggled with certain games being able to play on the Nintendo because of the way they do save process. And then a 2x4. Okay. I'm waiting to see. Hey, Gamer Zone. Okay, so that's gonna go here, and how does it look? It looks like this. Press that down, put that one in. Should go to here. Am I correct? I got the wrong one. That's a 12. I need a 14. 16. 14. That's why. I was like, wait a second. Something's not lining up. It's because I picked the wrong size. Yeah, if you don't need Wi-Fi because it's all retro games like Mortal Kombat and OG Sonic, bro, I'm sold. I'm so sold. I am so sold. Please tell me they also have Mega Man 2 on there or Castlevania. Oh, speaking my language here. Love those old games. And please tell me you're able to save on it too. Like you're able to save your progress. That'd be so cool. I'm waiting. I'm kind of piqued and excited about what you're about to tell me on this one. Kobe, I don't think you can type fast enough. I believe there's so many games I have no idea. Oh man. Yeah, that is like as a kid, that would have been the thing I wanted to be like, what? Like I think about it now and it's like I've got a phone. I could have, games on my phone, no big deal. But as a kid, if you'd have been like, yeah, dude, there's a console you can carry around that's got a color screen and it has all the games you'd ever want to play on it on there, including all your favorites, and you can save so you don't have to keep restarting every time you die. I'd been like, what? Seems, I think about it now, it seems kind of weird. It's like, really? Again, I got a phone, I could do that, but it's like there's something about the actual console, having an actual console that makes all the difference in the world. Here, give me a second. I'm gonna check something real quick. Feels just like a Game Boy too. That's cool. All right, I'm back. I had to check. I heard all this rustling, and I'm like, wait a second. And I haven't. Usually, I hear somebody saying something. But my family, they went to the local community market. And they probably went and bought some stuff, hung out, got some chai tea. There's a seller there at the community market that does chai tea that they absolutely love. Let's see, 12, 6, and then a 2x2. I'm going to put that one right here. Set that off to the side. So I think we're building like the balcony section here. Troll girl, what's up? You're not trolling me, are you? And the best part is under, man, I don't know. Right now, under $100, I still kind of need that money for some Lumabrick sets too. It's like you're speaking my language, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it worth it? All I can think when I hear "is it worth it" is what's his name, Tommy Lee Jones from Men in Black Walking Away. Yeah, if you're strong enough. All right, we got 1, we got 2. Is it worth it? Boom. And boom. I actually thought about getting a there's a mat that's like a little bag that's it's 10,000% worth it. All right. I'll look into it, man. When I get done today, I'll look and I'll see. I'll be checking. Be checking your work, my man. I'm gonna inspect what I expect. All right, so we got 1, 2, and I want you to let me know what you decide to get as far as your build, because I'm excited to find out what you decided on. Woo. Again, so far I haven't seen any clutch power problems. It's $80 case and a console. Okay. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's a lot more cost effective than a Switch 2, isn't it? as much as as much as I like the idea of a Switch 2, but it's like, sheesh, that one was. I can't remember what my friend was trying to sell his at. It was like 450, I think is what he was selling his at. And there's the whole issue about the games themselves. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like Nintendo kind of buried themselves just a little bit on that one. All right, so we got a 1x4. We have a 1x2, 1x3, and then two of these L tiles. One and two. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Two. We're gonna put our 1x2 here, 1x4, 1x3, and there's one spot left. And I think we're putting a bird there, maybe. Let's see what it has on there. Oh, it's a spot for the plant. That's what it is. With tax, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. You know, here's the thing. That is relatively doable. 85 bucks, that's doable for a new system. Some of the ones that are getting like overly expensive. There are times when I'm like, are they just trying to price people out of the hobbies? And I know that the cost of things go up. Like there's a lot of cost that's involved in these building pieces, or like in this case, like building blocks. There's a huge cost in it. There's a huge cost in gaming, but there's also a point when it's like your profit margin has gone up so much that it's no longer effective for anyone to actually purchase in on your stuff. And when that happens, and people, they shift and they go to look for something else, you will get competitive companies come up and say, hey, you know what? We can offer something for you that allows you to enjoy what you like, and you don't have to lose an arm, a leg, and a kidney and a cold bathtub in order to pay for it. And I think that's where like companies need to start realizing, hey, there's profit margin, there's making a profit, and then there's kind of trying to out tax everyone. And you really, really got to be careful, because people are starting to talk with their wallets. Let's see. I don't know what set I want. Too many to choose from. Maybe start with the maybe just start with the small set. I know. Here's the thing. If you like Minecraft at all, the Pale Garden was a great build. Like, I really enjoyed that. The Lego Fortnite set, the Spark Plugs camp was okay, but it was way too quick. And then there's a Spider-Man. It was Venom's car. I want to get that. I hear that one's a really good build. Hey, Kyra, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well this Saturday. So we've got this here, and now we're building up some more walls. So yeah, we are building that balcony section out right now. That'll look nice. All right, so we've got one, two, three, four of our textured 1x2 brick tiles, and then we've got a 1x2 with a Technic cross pin in there. So we're gonna go one, two, and three. Again, I have a feeling that once this is done, I probably won't get this back from my wife. Let's see. Why can't you iron a four-leaf clover? Gabe, you here? Hold on. I think I missed your comment. Oh, I know what I was going to sell you on. Oh, what were you gonna sell me on the Mayu Mini? Hold on, Gabe. I'm gonna get to it. Let's see. So, what were you gonna sell me on it? What's the idea you're selling me on here? Kyra, I hope you're having a pretty good Saturday. You doing any interesting builds today? Alright, so that's going to pop into here. Boom. And we're going to set that up here. That'd be a good one, actually, to switch over for an actual light. You could play all mainline Mega... Oh my god. I'm already sold. Because I have like the, what is it, the Mega Man Anniversary. So was it Mega Man 1 through 9 and then 10 and X, I think? Or no, X and then the second one after that. That already I'm sold on. So the only other buying factor is if they had all of the Castlevanias already on there as well. So is it just so when you say Mega Man, we've got our 8-bit Mega Man. So all from like, was it Mega Man 1 up through 9 is all 8-bit. And then Mega Man X was the 16-bit. So does it go up to 16-bit games as well? Because if it had all of Mega Man, Mega Man X, and it had Castlevania 1 through 3, and then Castlevania X on there, or the Super Castlevania, I would be absolutely sold. I know everyone was like, well, you can't have a Super Nintendo or do Super Nintendo without, being a Mario fan and having Super Mario World. I liked Super Mario World, but I was never a big fan. F-Zero, Super Castlevania, Mega Man X, those were my buy-ins. I loved Capcom games, like even Bionic Commando. Oh my god. If Bionic Commando was on there, I'm like super sold. I loved Bionic Commando. That was such a good game. Such a good game. And really hard. That was a tough game. Please tell me you can play Mega Man X. Yes! Oh, yes. Oh, man. So now I'm looking to see if they've got Metal Gear, if they've got, like, not Metal Gear Solid, but Metal Gear, Contra, Super Contra. I'm gonna be looking this one up. You can play every castle. Okay. I might be switching up and be like, that's what I want for Father's Day. Get it for me as soon as possible. I'm sold, man. I'm sold. So hey, DM me. Send me that on my DM, okay? Because I wanna see where you're getting it and everything. The fact that you've told me all Mega Man, all Castlevania, all done. All right, now Gabe, why can't I iron a 4-leaf clover? What is it? Because I'm trying to guess, but you've got me stumped today. Is it all ironed out of luck? Because you should never press your luck. Oh my god. Oh my god. I cannot believe I fell for that one. I fell hard too. That one hurts. On the way down from that one. Hey, what's up, dude?
Have you gone to the store yet?
Haven't? No, I have not. Are you kidding me? I'm on a live. Of course I haven't gone to the store.
Get off the live.
Hey, as soon as I'm done, stop. As soon as I'm done with bag 2, this right here, and I'm done chat with everyone, then I will go. Yeah, Gabe, I've been slacking really hard. I'm worried. You worried about me? Me too, man. Me too.
You're worried about yourself?
Totally.
That's too bad.
Why is that too bad?
Because it's too bad.
It's too bad. Why are you asking about the store? To get the thing just so you can play with the scooter? The scooter. Is that why you want me to go to the store?
No.
To get the fuse for the scooter?
The moped.
The moped. Yeah, moped, scooter, moped.
Yeah, because I want to see if it works.
Well, yeah. And like I said, I told you I'd do what? When I was what today, I would look into it.
Ooh, is that a gun?
No. Stop. Hey, stop. No, it's loaded. Don't do it. It's loaded. Come here. Come here. 5, 4, 3. Okay, now I want you to think about this. I said earlier, what? When I was what?
Finished. I know. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. I'll see you later. Put it back. Um, maybe I need to jump on that Microsoft and close some. There you go. It runs Contra and the original Metal Gears. Nice, man. Okay, I'm sold. I'm sold. So, are the games are they like pre-built onto the system, or is it something I would have to download? Like, I think that's some of the next questions. Is like, is it stuff I'd have to download and like pay for the extra games, or does it automatically come on there? Um, where would I get it? What's battery life like on it? Um, will it fulfill my every fantasy of gaming and finishing games I never did? I picked up the PS5 Pro the other day. Nice. Yeah, they're pre-built in. That's awesome. So, I have Gabe. I have yet to once I was done with the PS3. I have never gone back to PlayStation, which is kind of sad because I was an avid PlayStation person. I had the PS1, PS2, PS3, and I actually still have a PS2. The PSP, I was actually at one point looking at a Vita, but I think after my system, my PS3 died, the HDMI burnt out on it, and they wouldn't touch it. No one would touch it. I was like, I kind of felt like I was done, like getting them, and they kind of got pricier and pricier. You picked up the new Resident Evil and also went back to playing the Jurassic Park Tycoon. You're not missing much, as I'm a Sony fan. I'm gonna admit PS5 is overrated. 4 to 5 hours and it charges really fast. Okay, man. All right. I have a feeling I will be looking into getting this gaming console, Mini Mayu gaming console. I just the idea of having like a quick being able to pull up those old retro games and play. Like, man, if I do a convention and I'm bored, and it's like I have my phone, for certain things, and there's certain games I want to play, that might be my answer right there. Pull that thing out, play for a little bit, get my brain back in my mode, get things functioning, working. I would be good for that. I That might be a perfect sort of solution for me to get to play some quick games. Because I've gone like there've been times like I'll take my Nintendo with me, but again, certain games I can't play unless there's an active internet source that allows me to play. And half the time, for internet sources at places, they have it to where you have to sign in, so you have to open up a web tab to do it. And the Nintendo does not do that well at all. So for me, like having a game where I can jump on, I'm not required to deal with the internet, and play through some classic stuff that I really love. Yeah, I think that might be where I go. That'd be cool. Oh, let's see. Lego said to. Oh my goodness, I'm trying. Legacy. Oh my goodness, Legacy. I am struggling with your name. I've got to look. Lego Sidos Dosti. That is a cool name, but I'm struggling pronouncing that. How are you doing today? You might have to break that one down for me. I'm not sure. It has NES, SNES, Genesis, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Neo Geo. Oh, I used to have the Neo Geo and the Turbo Graphics back in the day. I think they came from the same company. And the PS1, I still currently have games that I play on the PS2 that are PS1 games that are just absolute bangers. The only thing, does it have Chakan? It's a Chakan, Chakan, Chakan the Forever Man. And does it have Soul Reaver? Because if it has, man, you are absolutely selling me on this thing. You've done your bid for King and Country on selling me on this thing. I totally want to get one now. Absolutely. All right. So again, kind of much how this was kind of loose up here. This is also loose here, but I have a feeling that that's going to remedy that. But I'm not sure how they're. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Chakan the Forever Man. So Chakan. It was on Genesis and Game Gear, and then Soul Reaver is the other one. So those Soul Reaver was a PS1 and a Sega Saturn game. I had it on the PS1. I still have my copy of Soul Reaver. As a matter of fact, I have the whole Soul Reaver series. I have Blood Omen 2, Soul Reaver 2, and then Legacy of Kain, Legacy of Kain. I think it's called Legacy, or maybe it's Soul Reaver Legacy. I'll look it up here in a minute. But that was one of those series that had to do with vampires and the world being torn apart. Hold on, let me look. I'm gonna look it up over here and see if I'm spelling it correctly. Let's see. I'm gonna pull this up over here. Give me a minute. Bring that up. Let's see. Chakan the Forever Man. Chakan. And it was like this. It was a pilgrim-esque sort of guy that had two swords that he like died and was traveling to the underworld to try to get back to where, like, I can't remember what all was going on with the story, but it was kind of a very like overcomplicated story, but it was really cool. Like I dug like the artwork of it because it's very like muted and scary worlds with these kind of like very like scary bone-esque sort of almost Geiger-esque monsters. Um, it was really cool. I played it on Genesis. I borrowed it from a friend, but I had it on the Game Gear, Sega Game Gear, and I would play that game all the time. I think I beat it a couple times actually, but it was one that I enjoyed playing that one. Okay, so one, and we should have one more of these 1x1 plates in the beige. There we go, right there. Okay. Oh, you can play it. Yeah. All right. So far you've hit me with Chakan, Metal Gear. Ah! Chakan the Forever Man, Metal Gear, um, Mega Man, Castlevania, which I absolutely love Castlevania, and all of it being able to play without having to be on the internet, and I can play it anywhere with 4 to 6 hours of battery life. I don't even know why in the world I'm even questioning it at this point, because that sounds like just absolutely perfection for what I would want right now. That sounds like a good system. I'm looking into that one. Yeah, I love some of those old games like that. Just man, I almost wish they would. I kind of want to just go and like pick a bunch of parts to start building some of those old Sega Genesis characters into little minifigs and start. I kind of maybe I should go back, start like finding like all like finding those old games that I loved and start building little mock sets based on them. NBA Jam, dude, NBA Jam, legit. I used to rock NBA Jam so much. I always my team. I played the Lakers. I liked the Lakers, My friend always played the Bulls. I never got to play the Bulls because he would always choose that team. And it was like, that's my team. All right. But I'd always do the Lakers, the old school NBA Jam. Yeah. That's my language right there. That's my generation growing up. So yeah, I'm gonna look into that. Here, seriously, later on, like after we're done with this, DM me the info, uh, where to find it, all that fun stuff, because I wanna grab one. Man, NBA Jam, Mega Man, Castlevania, all of the absolute greats. All right, 1 by 12, 1 by 4, 1 by 3, 1 by 2, and a 1 by 1. How are we doing this? Got a 1 here, 3 on the end. Boom. Skip 2, 4, 2 on the end. Goes like this. And then we need 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these. 1, 2 1 by 2s, 1, 2 2 by 2s, and I need one more of the 1 by 1s, the little pin plates on it. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, I bet. I mean, it sounds, again, it's got some classic games on it, and I know there's kind of this popular vibe of going backwards and playing like the old games that some of the old folks, the unks grew up with, you know. But man, those games were solid. They had to work with a lot of things that just might or might not work in order to get those games out, and they created some text savvy, amazing story driven games, and games that just had such a unique appeal and fun to it. Man, yeah. You know, I'm gonna have you check out one more game. Hold on, I'm gonna see if it's on there. This game has been really hard for me to find. Let's see. We're gonna go NES. That was, I think, Capcom Street Fighter 2000. Let's see. Street Fighter future game. Oh man, maybe it was NES Street Fighter 2060 something. I don't know. There was like, I'll have to look it up. There was one really old game. It was under the Street Fighter license, but it wasn't Street Fighter, and it was kind of a side scroll battle game that I really liked. I even have some old one. I have like Shadow of the Ninja. I still have some old cartridge games. Kid Icarus. Um, was it the Time Warrior, Time Traveler? And some of those were done like by like Milton Bradley, so like kind of like old school games. Um, yeah, I absolutely, back in the day, those games just they kept me entertained so much. Especially because my parents, they weren't big on going out and going on vacation and family vacation. So most of the time, summer was spent with my friends at home. Every once in a while, we'd go to like Galveston area. So we didn't get out. I didn't start going on more trips until I was 18. And that's when my dad was like, hey, I'm into scuba diving. Why don't you come with me? I'm like, all right. So I learned how to scuba dive. I learned how to do all that. And then got to go out with him then. But before that, he went Air Force. He would do this. We would go and visit him at the base often. But other than that, yeah, that was, summer was meant for us to be at home and to stay out of our parents' hair, which meant that I would go and visit my buddy Steven quite often. Yep. Is it supposed to be something Capcom? I want to say it was, but it was like it was Street Fighter, and then it had some sort of number behind it, like 30, 22, or 2077. I mean, it's something kind of weird, and I can't remember. I want to say it was Capcom, but it wasn't. I remember because I wanted to play Street Fighter. I ended up renting this game, and I was like, "This isn't Street Fighter," but I ended up loving it. That I went back a few times and like rented it several more times to the point that they were almost just asking if I wanted to buy it, which I wasn't able to buy it. So we got one of these, one of these, one of these. I'm gonna stagger that. Insoon has a bad habit of not staggering their parts. I'm gonna stagger it. It's gonna make it a lot stronger if I do. 1, 2, now 1, and there we go. That one there. Let's see. Hey user, what's happening? Alright, so I can see now where they're talking about clutch power. There's some issues there with these parts of the windows. That could easily be settled if we are able to put a plate underneath there. That might be something I keep in mind. We could put some sort of underplate there that should keep those from moving too much. Alright, now I'm going to pull this up over here. This should sit right into here. And I'm going to carefully glide those in because, boom. The way that they're building that balcony is actually very nice. I love the look of this thing. Like it looks really cute. Really cute. And I think it's going to sit right onto there. But I know we're not done with this balcony just yet because we have 3 1x4s, a 2x4, and then a 1x4 in this cream color. We're putting cream color on the end, 2x4 here, and then these are going to be 4x4s all the way to the end. Let me make sure I press those in. 1, 2, and 3. They're I'd have to ask. So, and I'll ask everybody. Doesn't matter. You can play every Street Fighter game on it. Okay, so it's probably on there. Who is that? That's on. Hey Thomas, how are you? And thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I would say this. So, chat, let me know. What is overall for like retro game? Let's talk 8-bit. Okay, so 8-bit gaming. So with 8-bit, you've got basically NES, some computer stuff, but 8-bit gaming. What was your overall probably top tier favorite game ever made? So, and I know that's a tough one because we've got tech savvy games like Shadowgate. We've got of course adventure games, side scroll, fighting. Like there's a lot of different games out there. We need 1. We need 6 of these, right? No, 5. 3, 4, 5. All right, but I'm kind of wondering at this point like what everyone's favorite game was. I'm thinking about mine too. So I'm trying to think it through. Hey Sean, how are you? Skip one, go in there. Oh, turn it around. This part feels kind of weird putting these inverted wedges on, and we're actually not going with the anti-studs. We're going with the parts that go in between the anti-studs. So the oh my goodness, what are they called? Jump plates. We're doing essentially the jump holes on the bottom of these plates in order to get this built right here, because that's going to fit underneath there. So you'll have like this coming off as kind of like pillars holding this up, which should skip out past these little rails right here on the end. Now, 90 is here, and it says step 90, ensure the part is installed, and step 52 stays aligned. Okay, that should be pretty easy. So, all right, so we'll put this right here. I'm gonna run my finger up through here, right there. Make sure I have a good connection on there. Stays aligned there and there. Pressing it down. I'm using the table as the pressing right now. Kind of run my finger over that, straighten some of this up. Alright, that feels like that's... Yeah, that's pretty solid. Okay. So, I can say that, like, overall, I know this is a book, but once this gets rebuilt, I can imagine ripping this back portion out, changing some of this up to build a wall out, and using this as a interior, putting probably a set of steps maybe that go up to this balcony. I don't know. The balcony, I think it's just a facade, and the reason why I say that is because there's no door up there, so I'd say that that's just for looks. Which seems kind of weird that it would be such a deep balcony. I might maybe put a door there, put a little like stairs maybe going across. I don't know, but I'm thinking I might adapt this a little bit, change some things up. All right. So that being said, 52 is done. I can go over there for the time being because I'll get that with the other stuff. Let me get some drink here real quick. All right. And then we're building 2 lamps. 1, 2, 3. And this as well. And then 2 of these 1x1 barrels. Let's see. And you're going to go play some basketball? Okay. Well, here's the thing. Would you want to shower after you play basketball? So wouldn't you play basketball and then shower, or are you going to go out somewhere and play? Because I will admit, there have been some times when it's like, you know what? I might be showering twice today. So, but that's just me. But I'm heavily bearded and I'm a stinky dude. Most dudes are. Hey Russ, how are you, bud? Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. Oh, that might be a problem. All right. Already seeing some issues here. I can start to see where they're talking about with the clutch power. Okay. Press that in together. Boom. Press that in over here. This right here has a little bit of a weak point. When you press in, it's trying to press all the way in. So you got to be careful with this lamp here when you're doing that. It's cute though. I could imagine, I could see this with a really good lighting kit. Lighting these and that up. And just running the wires up through everything. I gotta go play basketball and then hang with the boys. You're totally super busy these days. Did you ever decide what set you were getting? Let me know what set you were getting. You can and DM me the stuff. I'll see you later. Go have fun. But I want definitely don't forget to DM me the info on the mini Mayo. I want to see that. And then go have fun. Be safe. Be careful. Don't rule the court too much, man. Yeah. Message me about it. I want to see it. I'll probably start, like, once I'm done, I'll probably start looking it up. But I want to see, like, if you have specific links and stuff you need, let me know. All right, brother. Take care. All right, so we've got a 2x8. Another 1x6. And then another one of these L plates. So we got some interesting L plates. So these L plates are, you'll see them every once in a while in Lego, but they're not something you're going to see too often. So the fact that we got them here, we're kind of utilizing all of the, kind of some of the rare pieces that don't come around too often. Now, here's our 10 by 24. This, is not something you get very often. It's going to go right here and make sure that that's pressed all the way. This is one of those that I can see clutch power wise are saying, hey, it doesn't work very well. You have got to make sure on these things that you press them all the way in. Yep. I wonder if that's going to be going back that way or if that's going on the back. I think that's going on the back. Cover up the ugliness on the back. So if we've got these are covering up the back, then I know that, let's see. Listen, I know my name is Kobe, but doesn't mean I'm any good. I bet you are. I bet you are. Man, I don't know. My kid, he's really good. I was quite surprised. I want him to be able to play in school. He's gonna be doing he's going to middle school, so he's doing the athletics, the sports athletics, and I think he's gonna go in and start playing basketball. He's really good. I'm definitely not who I used to be. Neither am I. Absolutely neither am I, man. Like I think about like where I was, especially before like my injury and we've talked about that. Like I'm nowhere. Like I kind of like I limp to get to work half the time these days. So I know that feeling. But you can still. Here's the thing: skill sometimes still outdoes the experience outdoes a lot of just the ability. But either way, man, I want you to have fun. Enjoy it. Enjoy. 10. I used to be good, but I can get done. Yeah, dude. Like I said, you know how to roll that chord. I bet you do. Go out there and show them youngins who's boss. And definitely, if there's an unk out there like me, definitely show them who's boss. Because I bet you would play circles around me, for sure. So 2 by 16, it's 14. 16, 16, and 12. And then 2 by 2s. Let's see. It's like I know I can still do it. It's like I know I can still do it, but do I want to? I don't know. What I tell some of my friends when they go out and they play some of the kids, I'm like, listen, you can show them up. You can show them that you're still pretty much a BA on the court, but when it comes time for you to rest, definitely take it because you're going to need every ounce of recuperating you can get. And that's a big one for me. The last time I went, I went all out and played against my kid, and I was like, yeah, because he was running his mouth, and I was like, oh yeah, you think so? And I went out there and I played hard, and the next day I was like, put me in a wheelchair, please, because I can't move anymore. I'm really struggling. So that's kind of where I'm at sometimes. It's like, oof. It's like, man, and it's always when they're like, you can't do nothing. It's like, oh yeah, really? Watch this, and I always regret it afterwards. So we got 1, a 2, a 3, and then the rest are the 1x4s all the way down. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna switch that. I'm gonna switch it. Don't like that. That one's not one. Come on, give me a second. See if I can do this without cutting my finger. Well, shoot. Oh, there it is. Good. Okay. So I ran into an issue here where I've got one plate that doesn't. Hold on, I'm looking. AI's got some kind of interesting stuff about what's going on. So I was laughing about some of what they're saying. Just because you think you can, wait, listen. Just because you think I can't do it doesn't mean it's true. I know, man, but some of them kids, man, they don't. They always want to test it. They never know. They never know. My kid, he's constantly testing it, and I'll show up. I will put in all full effort. I make a point to make a big deal about it. I throw it in his face, like, ah. But the next day, that's when I hurt, and I know better. That's my thing, is I do know better, but I do it every single time. It's because I'm a sore loser, is what it is. Absolutely sore loser. One, two, got one right there. One of these and a panel. That's just the way it is. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. All right. So I'm going to change it just a little bit. Put this one on the end. This one here. This one here. That one I'm gonna put right here. So we got these. They are reverse plates, or plates that have studs, positive studs on both the top and the bottom. Hey Kenzie, how are you? And I'm building mine this way. Now I'm Insoon again. Insoon does not stagger a lot of their pieces. By staggering, I mean you got one piece here that goes across this piece here, etc. I like to stagger my pieces because the idea is I want it to be stronger by staggering, kind of like with bricks. If you put all bricks in one column, there's nothing to go across them, so if you hit that, the column's going to fall forward because it puts pressure points that make it just snap. Whereas if you stagger it and you put one to here, one to here, one to here, it creates points that don't break so easily. Did you notice it? Yeah, I did. I did actually. One of my brick buddies over on one of the other sites had done a post about it was a minifig Chuck Norris. It says when Chuck Norris steps on a brick, the brick cries. Yeah, and it was we missed you, Chuck Norris. Rip, LOL, love you. It's funny because I had just sent out a post to a friend the night before that was kind of, it was a, of course, Chuck Norris joke, and I can't remember what we were joking about on it, but it was, it was like, oh yeah, Chuck Norris, I can't remember which one it was, and then I found out the next day that he passed away, and I was like, wow. Chuck Norris didn't pass away. He roundhouse kicked his way into eternity. I love it. I think another one is like, it's like, hey, did you know Chuck Norris passed away? Chuck Norris didn't pass away. We passed away from him. Oh man. Yeah, good old Chuck Norris. The one time he did a thing where he was talking to a guy, and I can't remember what it was on, and he had a picture of a tiger, and he was like taking he was with this tiger. It was a picture with him, tiger, and he told the guy, he's like, yeah, he goes, so I did this thing where I was taking a picture with the tiger, and I had just gone up and stepped right up to the tiger, and you hear this growling sound, and the trainer's like, oh, back away, and he goes, and the tiger did. And like the way he did it, he was so deadpan about it, and the guy looked at him for a minute. You could see Chuck Norris kind of chuckling in his own head about the fact this guy at first was like, wait, what? And totally knew that all of a sudden, it's like, oh, Chuck Norris just trolled me. I'd have loved to have met the man. I think he'd have been a really cool guy to know. I hear he was fairly down to earth too. All right, let's see. Uh, Chuck Norris had to give the Grim Reaper permission to take him. Yeah, there was one that says Chuck Norris could never die. That was the joke I said. Chuck Norris could never die, or he could never have a heart attack. His heart would be too afraid to attack Chuck Norris, or his heart would have to ask permission to be attacked first. I mean, it was something ridiculous on that lines, and I actually kind of wonder because I don't know if I've seen anything come out yet about how he died, and I'm wondering if he had a heart attack. That's kind of the lines. That's not an uncommon thing for guys, especially for guys also in the shape. That's not an uncommon thing. I know Schwarzenegger's had a couple bypasses. So, hey, Brick Guy, I see you back. And I know, let's see, that one's going to go here. We got 1, 2 of these modified tiles. 1 of these. How does that go? Down, and then 1 of these on the end. Okay. So I kind of wonder, like I said, I haven't checked to see how he passed away, but I wonder if that's what it was, if he had a heart attack. Makes me kind of sad though. Man was an absolute gem. Okay, that's gonna snap onto there. The way they're building this book portion is kind of interesting. And it's still, I would probably fix some of this in here. Also, I'm not too keen on this being empty, so if I rebuild, I'd probably build this up a little bit more. Maybe use the another line of bricks in here just to keep that all pressed. And I'm starting to see where there are some issues with clutch. But overall, that's not too bad. That's going to fit right into here. Okay. See, another 2x12. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Hey, Bubba, how are you? How's the set, man? Set's really good. This is an Insoon-Detective Agency set. Now, this is one that I remember they said that that there were clutch powers in the review, and so as I'm building it, so I got it with the full intent of taking it, building it, reviewing it. Now, my wife takes it from me. She'll probably, hey, bearded brick builder, bearded blue collar brick builder. What's up, brother? It's nice seeing you. Yeah, Insoon. So they were saying there's clutch powers. Now I've noticed with a few things, I really have to like press, like use that finger strength to press that in to get things to set. But once it's set, it's got pretty decent clutch power. But they have a tendency to not stagger bricks. So for me, there's like areas where you'll have like 1, 2, 3, 4, like instead of doing like a 1x2, 1x1, 1x1, 1x2, 1x2, like that, they have it to where it's like all 1x1. It's another set of 1x1s. And I could see where that's going to cause issues pressing on this in the front, like putting things on. Like this, there's a weak spot there that was causing the front to cave in. And I've gone a few places, like the detective agency, this, and then there was like one other part up in here that I've already switched things around to stagger them just to make that hold better. And same with over here. There's another area down here that was like, the way they had it, it's like it would have just been easy to stagger it so everything would hold. But I think that they have a habit of doing that. 1, 2, 1, 2, no, 1, 2x6. Okay. But like I said, this is my kind of my first one with them, but from what I've read and understood, that's not an uncommon thing. So we got these, and then we need a 1, 2, 3 2x6s, a 2x2, and a 1x2 in red. So Bearded, how are you today? You doing anything fun? Hey, Emil, how are you? Looking to make sure I didn't miss anything. So, hey, Beard, it's been a while since I've been on a live. How's that Titanic? Because you were doing the Titanic, weren't you? That's what the last thing I think you were working on. How did that go? Did you already get it finished? I've got a one of my followers actually is wanting to get that Titanic set. Okay, this is going to go up here. So again, these are a little thin the way that they build them. There's some structuring on there. I'm gonna press those in, make sure they're nice and tight. This should fit right into here. I just kind of want to run my fingers over it. I do oftentimes when I'm pressing them, man, instead of doing like one point, I'll run my whole set of fingers across it just to press that in to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. And that feels like a good tight point. Now there is a little bit of gapping in there that if we were to light this from behind, those areas would definitely show up and have light leak on it. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. And it's about the size of a book. Like I said, if I show this to my wife, I have a feeling she's gonna take it from me. So I might be keeping this to myself and not sharing it over. Because I would like to take this thing and build it into an actual detective agency. And maybe pair it with the detective agency thing. Am I ready for Doomsday? Yeah. I'm also ready for Brand New Day. I'm wanting to see that when it comes out. Doomsday, that comes out in May, doesn't it? I'm kind of surprised that we've got we got a lot of movies coming up, and I've seen some stuff on, but I haven't seen like a lot of information about them. I've got a lot of things of people speculating what's going to be on the movie, what this is, but like I said, I haven't seen a lot of stuff come from Disney yet. That's like official news. Comes okay. So Doomsday's December. Brand New Day is in July. Isn't there something coming out in May? I think that's Mandalorian and Grogu. That's coming out I think in May. Which I haven't seen a lot like too much info on that. We got a trailer, great, but then they haven't been putting out too much else. And I'm already afraid that they are kind of saying that they're done with that and not really looking at doing any promotion. That'd be sad because I really would like to see that movie do something. I have to start from over here. Boom. Boom. And then one more with one of these on the end, right? Okay, so that's gonna go right in here. Yeah, Mandalorian is on its way. Which, I do want to go see that. I'll see that in theater as soon as I can. I don't get out too often. I do want to go see Project Hail Mary. My kid and I, we went and watched Undertone the other day. It was actually surprisingly really good. Low budget, but a really good, solid movie. Turn that back this way, and then we've got one leaf here on the bottom. This goes right here, and then one over here. Okay. And then we're going to add another red leaf, and then two of these orange ones. Let's see. It's kind of funny you think that Brand New Day isn't too far away until you think about it. True. I mean, summer is rolling up. I know in 9 weeks we'll be done with school. That's kind of the end of May. And then, you've got June. and then that's at the very end of June. It'll still be towards the end of summer. I'm surprised they're not trying to put it out at the beginning of summer. And that kind of gets me worried that they're not kind of pushing for something sooner. But they, they have their reasons. They know more about their marketing than I do. So, but it does kind of make me concerned that they're thinking it's not going to do well, or they're, trying to not compete with another movie coming out. And the only other movie I can think that's coming out is May 15th. Yeah, our school, we're out, I think, on the 22nd this year. We're, I think, going a little bit longer because of bad weather. Or no, we're losing a couple days. Interior 22nd, we're out. So, all right, here we go. Another bracket, another plant stem, yellow, green, and then a 1x1 tile. Hey, Cat King Boss, what's happening? Yeah, I would say like the again, it's like one of those. It's like I remember back when I was a kid and they'd do movies. The earlier that it hit in the summer, the usually better off it was, because that meant that you were going to be getting that summer audience coming in, and you can get them for a longer amount of time. But I know that's kind of I'm pretty sure it's when finals and then kids get out at noon. Okay. Well, again, like the fact that they're pushing it to July instead of in June, I'd have to look and see what other movies are going to be playing during that time. I know there's the last Dune that's going to be out, I think, in summer, if I remember correctly. And then I can't think of anything else that's coming out at the top of my head. Alright, that's going to go here. I'm just going to turn these leaves in, so I got some foliage that works. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Pretty solid, too. Pretty solid. Okay. So that's 115. Now it looks like we're finishing up these areas over here. I'm surprised that we haven't pressed it into there. I think that's the last thing we do. So we need 1x12, 4 of these little 1x4 plates here. Yeah, I would think it'd come out the end of June, start of July. Yeah. But I think there's also, like, I've heard something about people having, like, backlash, or they're being upset about the fact that they're doing, or possibly doing, a brand new day storyline. Some of the comic fans are really upset about that. And I'm wondering if that plays into any of what's going on with them saying, you know what, just push it back to July, and maybe we'll switch some things around, sort of thing. Could also definitely be that they're like, you know what, let's change this and this and this, so that way we don't completely lose everybody again. So you never know. Never know. Alright, that's going to press to here. And then we have a 3, a 2, and a 4. Am I correct on that one? Boom. With 1 left on the end. That's going to go up and over here. Boom, right? Yes. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 2x6s. One of these 1x2s. Let's put them on. 2x4. 2x4. Now make sure they stagger. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Personally, I would release it in the middle of June. So yeah, I would, like, you don't want to go, if you're wanting to catch the crowds first 2 weeks into June, first weekend of June, first 2 weeks in June, that would be a perfect time. And then You got people that are out before they really go and start doing all their vacation stuff. You have a chance to get that movie up on the thing. They're just out of school. They're like, man, I need to go to the movie. There's something to do. Summer heat's starting to hit. What should we do? Hey, let's go to a movie. And so you've got that thing open and optional. And then if you could have it in the theater for even longer, you've got a big section of summer to do that in. All right. So I need to dig in this box. I got to find a light kit. Now they have, grab one. These are, instead of it being like an actual light kit. Hey, Red Six Bricks, how are you? Thanks for the repost, my man. Appreciate that. Instead of it being a light kit that's got its own dedicated battery, we've got these. This will be fine. We'll build as is for this, but this will end up getting replaced for sure. Okay, that goes like that. That's gonna fit right over to here against that brick, and then we got, oh my goodness, how did we get that going? Oh, I see. Yikes. Not too keen on that. Okay, and that goes like that. Yeah, that'll end up getting replaced. That will end up getting replaced. Yeah, releasing it just a few weeks before school comes back is crazy to me. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Well, obviously something's going on, and they're unsure of something, I'm guessing. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to pop this corner piece off here. I'm going to take, I've got one more of these little 1x1 tiles. I'm going to press it in back there because I've got an empty spot. Then I'm going to press that back on. Push that back on there. And yeah, now I've got a few pieces left over. I'm just going to kind of stagger them, build something out of them real quick. And that way I don't lose that. And then this looks like it should fit right into here. Okay. Moment of truth. Press it all the way down. All right. Here we go. Got a little bit of wiggle there, but we'll press it down a little bit more. Like I said, this probably will not remain as is for me, but yeah, that's the one book in there. So I think this would be a cool like corner street piece to kind of, and I'll probably change some of this up. I like the lingots, I like the old school sort of vibe to it, but I would definitely change up. And then they're releasing Doomsday right before Christmas break. I know, I figured Spider-Man would have been a really good, like, right at the start of summer. Doomsday would have been good midsummer sort of thing to really kind of pack in the houses. I guess Christmas time would be good too. Kind of stagger, you know, the kids wanting to buy stuff if they go to the movie. But yeah, this is not bad. Pretty good looking set. Pretty good looking set. All right. Now, I'm going to end on that note today. So I think for today, I'm done. I will definitely, next week on Saturday, we'll come back and we'll do the secondary book, which should be the other side, which is that's like the interior. So eventually what's going to happen is it'll run like this. If my wife doesn't take this from me and use it as an actual book stands, then I will end up taking a lot of this off, keeping the facade, changing some of this to Mills plated, running a light kit in for these lights here and probably that post there. And then I will probably bring a stair up, maybe change this window into an actual functional door. Maybe take that out. I don't know. But then I will use the other book and turn it around and then build it to where it has an interior. And then I'll open like a wall or something so I can take it out and get in there and look at it. So it's a lot of building stuff, and I'll play with it just a little bit. Spider-Man would have been this summer's blockbuster. Yeah. Well, and the thing is that it still could very possibly be this summer's blockbuster. But I gotta look to see kind of what it's competing with, and I'm afraid that they're looking at they're like something's off about it, and maybe they don't want to do Spider-Man so close to Mando and Grogu because Mando and Grogu is in May. Maybe they want to give it some time and then do Spider-Man, which is still falls under the Disney Sony, and then they'll push and do the Doomsday a little bit later on in the year, so that way they've got some distance between things. Yep. DM me about the Mayu Mini. I definitely want to see it. Red Six, thank you so much for the likes. Hey everybody, thank you all so much for coming, hanging out. Bubba over on the Big TW, thank you for shouting out to me. I hope I got you some stuff. The set, just one more time, that is the Insoon Detective Agency book set. It's Bookends. Next week we'll finish up the other side. I'll get the review of this on my YT, so that way you all got it. Kobe, be good. Rule the court, but don't hurt yourself, my man. Take care. Everybody else, thank you all for showing up. I appreciate it. Low budget if you're still here. Blue collar if you're still here. Brick guy if you're still here. Jeff, you're all still here. Thank you all so much. You have no idea what it means to be able to get to do this on Saturday with you all. I do appreciate you all so much. My normal sign off. Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. Nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting. Take care.